Yeah.
Hold on.
So
Yeah, you're back on.
Okay, cool. YouTube, we back on. We're gonna be on for a couple more minutes, YouTube, but get the caffeine that we going.
Hold on, they coming back on. Hold on.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh, it's a better stream. Okay, cool.
Okay, right. Cool. We back, YouTube. Make sure you download the caffeine app, right? Caffeine app. See, YouTube, the stream was doing a crossover like Allen Iverson. The stream was like, and then hit you with the step back. So
not the step back.
Yeah, well, I tore my knee, so the side step back wasn't around back when I hooped. They got that new side step back, that James Harden where you step back and step to the side. If I played basketball again and had to defend these moves you niggas is making, I sock one of you niggas.
Oh, I'm so sorry, B. Amos. They're like, damn, what happened? I'm sorry.
Yeah, it was some issues with YouTube, but download the caffeine app because caffeine ain't doing that shit, all right? That was a warning for you for the YouTube side. On Tuesdays, we over here on caffeine, you dig? But anyway, where was I at? I was talking about, having respect for other cultures. Mm-hmm. Why am I saying that? You can have respect for other people's cultures and other people's history and what they've gone through without jumping and falling on a sword when another black man's in trouble with them. Mm. You don't have to necessarily jump out the gate and defend Kanye. Kanye said some shit that about the people that own and control the distribution of mostly everything that we do. So if you want to be distributed, you better be wise. You gotta be wise how you talk. We don't own anything. You know what I mean? Yeah. And I respect it because for me, it just comes down to a general principle of respect. I don't talk about them like that. You know why? Because my mom raised me. When you in somebody's house, you abide by their rules. And I don't own I don't own these houses that these people own. So if that's their rules, I can't say these things, then I can't say them, Mm-hmm. I'll find other ways to say what I have to say. I'll deal with issues in other ways. But I'm not going to do something in somebody else's house and say, hey, you should still let me do it. That's outside of the laws of nature.
Absolutely. The
laws of nature is you must respect whatever house that you're in. So Kanye decided to make that move. So, and more power to Kanye. I'm not saying he shouldn't. You know what I mean? If that's the move he felt he should have made, then make the move. I ain't tripping. But as a black man, I'm not gonna side with them people. You niggas look like hoes that's doing that. You got all these niggas in. I'm telling you, 90% of black blue check Twitter ain't shit.
Yeah.
Uses the most spineless niggas on earth.
No, but when you had the Jewish people start tapping that phone, like, why you ain't saying nothing, then some of them got to post something.
Man, I don't even believe that, Sarah.
Oh, you true?
I don't think they make them say anything. I think, just look how black people are right now.
Oh, true.
Watch any show on YouTube. If a black person does something that looks suspect on TV, if it's 5 black people talking, 3 of the niggas will be like, well, he shouldn't have done that. And ain't nobody paying them niggas.
Thank you.
I mean, this is day to day. Go to any YouTube channel on earth or watch any show on CNN. Let a black person trip over a curb. And if it's 5 black people talking about a black person that tripped over a curb, 3 of the niggas gonna be like, well, was he watching where he was walking? Was his shoes too big?
He should have complied.
Yeah, he should have. Yeah. Was he smoking in weed? He probably was high on weed. It's gonna be 3 out of 5 niggas that's gonna come up with a whole scenario that did not exist to make that black man look bad.
Oh yeah, he probably don't play child support. Like it'll be random ass shit too.
Nigga, it's gonna be something like that. You see it all the time. So no, I don't believe them people pressured. No, I don't think. I'm not gonna put it on them. I'm not gonna say they pressured these black folks to say something. I'm gonna say these niggas willfully ran out and fell on the sword because that's what niggas do. Now, if it was another black person that said something, black niggas don't forgive niggas for shit. Mm-hmm.
But no one said, the things that he said about George Floyd and all this other kind of stuff, that was even more inflammatory. All the other stuff that he's done, they even when he said white lives matter, like people didn't get him much of an outrage as like him alluding to make like anti-Semitic comments.
Yeah, so I got these people saying, now we got these blue checks. I stand with the Jewish community. Just release a record and shut the fuck up.
Thank you.
I mean, all this I'm a good Negro talk, where did that land Bill Cosby?
Oh, you better preach.
Ain't no such thing as a good Negro. I stopped trying that shit long ago. I was raised to believe the good Negro had a chance. Shit, I went and got my college degree. Matter of fact, I got 2 of them.
Come on.
You know, I got the degree. I don't have any felonies. I don't have nothing on my record. I'm clean, never been to jail. I've never even visited nobody in jail. I got all that shit. Do you ever hear me brag about it?
Not to now.
You be hard pressed. You be hard pressed to hear me talk about college. Why? You never gonna hear me talk about my good credit and the fact that I have 0. I've never even gotten a moving violation on my record. That's how clean my record is, people.
Wow.
I have 0 moving violations, and I've been driving for over 20 years. Now I've been pulled over like a lot because no white folks love fucking with niggas, especially in good cars. But I ain't never got a ticket. I'm clean. But you're never gonna hear me brag about that shit. Why? Because there is no such thing as a good Negro. My skin is my sin. And no matter how spiggity, quick, clean my record's been, if I make one mistake, 6 out of 10 niggas is gonna be like, well, he shoulda. Look at Will Smith. Will Smith ain't did nothing wrong his whole goddamn life.
Nothing.
Lived a clean life, got a relationship with his gal, you know what I mean? Raising his kids. Yeah, his kids are a little weird, but a lot of people with weird kids, that ain't no criminal activity, ain't no criminal offense. Right? You know, all of his movies are positive. He don't have no movies where he really screws over black society. And then the minute he slapped Chris Rock, what you hear black men, he shouldn't have done it like that. Why he do that? It was at the Oscars. Just last year, y'all was bitching that the Oscars are too white.
Yeah, and now it's the Source Awards.
Yeah, now y'all bitching like, oh, black people need to stop dealing with the Oscars. They don't like us. They don't like us. So when I saw Will Smith slap Chris Rock, I was like, cool, fuck the Oscars. The Oscars are a degenerate show anyway. They still nominate people like Roman Polanski and Woody Allen.
Thank you.
All them pedophiles in Hollywood, the pedophiles. The Oscar gives, the Academy gives an Oscar to at least probably 10, 15 pedophiles every show.
Yeah, at least a minimum, you know.
Minimum.
It's a pedophile minimum.
Every Oscar, at least 10, 15 pedophiles is getting an award. And they know these niggas is pedophiles or rapists because, hell, the people voting for the goddamn award got raped by the motherfuckers half time.
Okay.
Allegedly.
Shout out to Terry Crews.
Exactly. The Grammys, the Oscars are a degenerate organization. That is a degenerate organization founded by degenerates, run by degenerates, sponsored by degenerates on every TV commercial, full of degenerates, top to bottom. And then the minute Will Smith slapped Chris Rock, 8 out of 10 niggas, he shouldn't have done it at the Oscars. Why'd he do it at the Oscars? Sounded like a bitch putting on her gown. Oh, let me put my gown on. Why'd he do it at the Oscars? Fuck the Oscars and fuck you if you said some bullshit like that.
You know,
Oscars don't give a fuck about us.
But why the first movie that comes out after it, the slap, is now he playing a slave?
Exactly. Well, that too. Message.
Yes, and in the chat room, YouTube says, didn't Curtis Mayfield say, my skin is my sin?
Yeah. Yep, that is. Curtis Mayfield did say that. He said, and so it's like the same, and it's the crazy part about it, these same niggas that was talking about Will Smith, when you used to have casual conversation with these niggas dudes, they'd be the first one, man, somebody say something to me, I slap the shit out of them.
Oh.
You ever notice that? Niggas always talk about how they gonna whoop somebody's ass.
Or if I was back in slavery, I would have been.
Yeah.
I'm like, nigga, you would, what?
If somebody say that to my girl, I'ma sock the shit out of them. And then the minute somebody do it, you niggas clutching your pearls like hoes.
He said, what? I was trying to talk to him, you know.
That's why I don't, that's why, so that's what like today's about. Like I don't know, I may take some calls, I don't know what to say. Because like, what do you do when you see these other people get on cold with Kanye? Kanye said some things that, again, they're saying he made anti-Semitic remarks, but just like with Nick Cannon, can you name the remark that he said?
Exactly. Like that's what I'm totally confused by that. Because I know what the other things that he said, but it's just an anti-Semitic remark. But you can't, because the thing is, it's more inflammatory if I say it's anti-Semitic instead of actually saying what it is. Because then everybody be like, oh, that's what the fuck he said? Oh, ain't that bad.
That's it.
Like,
they like, because if we say somebody said something racist, they make us, we gotta quote it, we gotta prove, oh, and this was their intent behind it. We gotta say, oh yeah. And then they're going to come out and be like, well, he donated to a black cause, to Black Lives Matter. We got to sift through all that shit when somebody fuck with us. But then they could just say, you said something anti-Semitic. I'm not even mad at them. If they could put it out there, they could put it out there all they want. That's fine. I'm mad at you dumb niggas that go along with it. That's who I'm mad at.
But do you think it's more of an attack on freedom of speech?
Of course. They don't give a fuck about freedom of speech. Freedom of speech is only free when you talk about niggas. So,
ooh, whoa.
That's just true.
That is super true.
It's just free when you're talking about us. They get to report, they get to put up all kind of fake, false ass FBI crime stats and put them all across the internet about black people and say, you know, black people are the highest likely, these highly doctored, highly tailored stats to make us look bad. They could throw that shit on TV all day. Ain't nobody gonna say nothing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So,
wow.
With them, I'm not even mad at them. If they can, look, if the powers that be could just say, hey, look, this person said something anti-Semitic, I'm totally fine with that. I ain't got no issues with them. I got issues for dumb niggas that blindly follow along. Because if you tell me, Sarah, if you have an issue with person B, and I'm cool with you and them, and you just tell me person B said anti-Sarah comments, you know what my first question is going to be?
What?
What did she say?
Yeah, what did she say?
That's just so I can be fair to her and you. Because sometimes in life we could be tripping. Sometimes people could say things to us that we take it a certain way because we in a certain mood right now. I know I'm a Gemini. I'm moody. My shit can flip. If I'm in a certain mood, you say something, I might take it a certain way. So it's best that you ask me, okay, what did that person say? Because now when I repeat myself, I might be like, man, DeJuan, you acting a little soft right now. That really wasn't that bad. You know? I
don't know if you did you watch Dave Chappelle's Sticks and Stones?
Yeah.
Okay, remember when he said about when he was doing Chappelle's show and the lady in like compliance or whatever had told him that he couldn't say faggot, but he could say, then he was like, well, how is it that I can say nigga without abandon but I can't say faggot? And she's like, well, Dave, it's because you're not a faggot.
Right. And he's like, well, I'm not a
nigga neither.
Exactly. So when it comes down to it, we, out of fairness for both parties, if somebody says they made an anti-whatever statement, my first question is going to be, okay, what was the statement? And then once you tell me what the statement is, I'm going to ask, okay, how did that affect you? And then I'm going to ask the person who said it, did you know what you were saying was going to affect this quote? You said A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Did you know that A, B, C, D, E, F, G was going to offend this person? Oh, you knew. Now I could be like, okay, yeah, you are an asshole. Because based on your answer, not necessarily what you say, but how you answer me, I can tell if you bullshitting me or not. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. But we're not going to get there until you tell me what was the offensive statement. We still don't know what Nick Cannon said that was anti-Semitic. We still don't know what Kanye said that was anti-Semitic, other than he said, I'm going DEFCON 3 on Jews tomorrow on Twitter. He just said I'm going, and he never followed up. They took his ass off Twitter the next day.
What do you think that he could rectify all of that by saying have a shirt that says Jews Lives Matter?
Nah, they ain't gonna
do it. They ain't gonna do it.
He not Mel Gibson.
He's not Mel Gibson.
They accepted Mel Gibson back. They ain't fucking with Kanye. So.
But he's a billionaire too. He's a billionaire black man.
He's not really. He's a billionaire on paper. He's a billionaire based on see that even that whole billionaire thing. That's some false. That's why you don't ever hear me talk about people's money, because that's all a projection. That's all. What would you be worth if you cashed out all of your assets at this imaginary valuation we're giving? That's all it is. So a person could be worth $1 billion. It don't mean they probably got. Does he? He probably got a few $100 million in cash, maybe. You know what I mean? But does he have billion in cash? No. And now that everything has been released, the value of everything is plummeted. So that valuation is dropped. Look what they did with James Brown. They sold James Brown catalog for $90 million. That motherfucker's the most sampled artist of all time. But because he black, he got $90 million. But Sting, ain't nobody ever in life sampled a Sting song. He got like $250 million.
First of all, Sting is amazing.
Sting ain't innovate shit.
No.
And he ain't create nothing worth sampling. James Brown been getting sampled for goddamn 30 years. You know what I mean? Still getting sampled.
Yeah.
You can't go a year without hearing the big payback in some kind of song. That beat. You can't,
yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, especially like the sports use it all the time.
Yeah. But when you black, they could throw all these false imaginary valuations and plummet your shit. Look what happened when Barry Gordy sold Motown.
Come on. Yeah.
He sold Motown for a few million. They turned around a few weeks later, sold it for like 15 times that. Like literally a few months after he sold it. You know, it was just only worth that when the black man held it. Now, when them other people get it, now we're going to get back to the real value. That's how America operates. So, but really all I'm saying is this, Sarah. Whatever your opinions on Kanye is, whatever, I don't give a fuck. But don't team with them folks against your folks.
Yeah.
Even when your folks is coons. Yeah, Kanye be cooning. Yes, he does. But I'm not going to team with a white person or a Jewish person or a Latino person against them. Oh, yeah, fuck, I ain't.
Not at all.
Because, put that picture up, Sarah. Because my question is, who came on black people's team when these three Latinos were on the city council?
Thank you.
Economically disenfranchised us. That's the area my mama live in. That's the area my sister and my brother live in. Now, that's the area I grew up in. Now the area I grew up in can't get money because of these Latinos being anti-black, and they never apologized to black people.
No.
None of these three. They gave general vague apologies for getting caught, but none of them apologized to black people. And I'm still waiting on Fat Joe to say something about them.
Come on.
I'm still waiting on Black Hollywood. D Nice, you talk about, okay, it's cool. You stand with them, fine. Do you stand with us black people in LA that got fucked over by these anti-black racists? Do you stand with us? Karen Bass, do you stand with us? It was an article in the LA Times, I forgot to send this to you yesterday, where she never said nothing about the city council, but then she said, okay, she's helping bring LA together with her Latino husband. What the fuck does her marriage got to do with money not going to the Crenshaw district?
I don't know why I thought she was gay, but go ahead.
She do.
I digress.
It's obvious why you thought she was gay. She looks like a hamster, and why is she in the Crenshaw district with that messed up hairline? She
gave me big stud energy.
Yeah, she really does. She look like her and Stacey Abrams and Lori Lightfoot be having just ugly ass threesomes. That's the only threesome that no nigga on earth wants to participate in.
No, that would be
Lori Lightfoot, Stacey Abrams, and Karen Bass.
Oh,
that is a nasty ass threesome right there.
Oh God.
Shit.
Oh, the smell of brew.
Yeah, we don't want that. We don't. Dudes be like, most of the time, dudes be like, yeah. We get invited to that, we'd be like, a matter of fact, I think I'm going to Bible study tonight.
I'm going to Bible study. Wait.
But anyway, no one is coming to black people's defense when we're dealing with, this is my city. We're getting pushed out by these people. Mm-hmm. And the people with the power didn't even apologize. And not one Latino, not one person of color came out and demanded an apology to black America and rectification. We got a reparations bill that's on the line right now, and these reparations can go a long way into making black people whole. Because anytime anyone else gets aggrieved, they get money. We the only ones that don't. We got a reparations bill that's on the table right now in California. Where are my black entertainers pushing that? You don't have to live in California. You can live anywhere, because a win for California is a win for where you live too. Because what happens, 3 strikes started in California and got to the rest of the country.
Okay.
Shit.
Well, you know that, but there's an ad in Texas for lieutenant governor, and it says, don't let voters turn Texas into California.
And
That's his ad. That's his ad.
I'm with you, Texas. California fucked up. You know what I mean? And we don't have none of these we got black blue checks talking about I stand with these other people. We got them talking shit.
They calling.
About, who was that?
I don't know.
That's a number I don't recognize. You got all these other people that are coming to the defense of the most powerful people on the planet. But you don't have none of these black artists coming to our defense.
Yeah.
Black people, we got a national reparations rally set for November 5th in Washington, D.C.
Wow.
I will be there because I'm about my people. My family came here in 1660. Been paying taxes to the colonies of America since taxes were introduced. Been paying taxes to the United States of America since taxes have been introduced. Yeah, my tax dollars are going for this. My tax dollars brought those 3 council people over here to America.
Yeah.
My tax dollars. That's money my grandparents could have given my dad. My dad wanted a drum set. My grandparents couldn't buy him a drum set because they couldn't afford it. They was paying taxes to let these motherfuckers over. Maybe if they didn't have to pay taxes, my daddy could have got a drum set. Hell, I didn't get my drum set until I was 15 because my parents couldn't afford it.
She gonna buy you one.
I asked my mommy and daddy for a drum set when I was 3. I love the drums. I've been wanting to play the drums since I was 3. And I couldn't get a motherfucking drum set until I was 14, 15. My parents couldn't afford it because they was working all day. Both my parents worked full-time jobs and bought a house and was raising kids and paying taxes. The taxes that could have gone to buy me a drum set when I was 5. We put into the pot for everybody else to come benefit from. Now it's time for us to get reparations. We got our entertainers and athletes speaking up for the most powerful people on earth and not for us.
But I think, you know what? I honestly think that black people, we act like the way old Big Mama and them used to cook. They always cook a big old pot for everybody. And then they come over and eat, and you don't even realize that the food almost gone and Big Mama ain't even ate yet. But her satisfaction came by everybody else eating.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of, but that gave her some sort of joy doing that. At the same time, you hungry, Big Mama, you're hungry. Even, you know what I'm saying?
And then they want to say, well, my ancestors fought for you to vote and this, and you ain't. Look, they didn't die for us to vote. They died for us to live better lives than they lived. And voting was just a means, just one of the means that they wanted. My ancestors wouldn't be proud to see that we dealing with the same shit that they dealt with. Yeah. They wouldn't be happy to see this. My ancestors wouldn't be happy to see that the like you said, the food that they cooked for us, that other people were allowed over here to this country and got to eat while their kids and grandkids are still hungry. Yeah. Our grandparents fought for that shit for everybody to get over here. And I still don't regret it. I have no issues with immigrants. No. They don't threaten me in any kind of way personally. You know what I mean? But when they do shit like that, and when I see, my issue again is what black people, what can we do? When we have the people that supposedly represent us, supposedly speak for us, be so fast to fall on the sword for other people when another black man is talking, but they can't speak for us, it's time for us to start calling these niggas out. We ain't got control over what the other people do, but we do got control over our entertainers. Yeah,
but you know what? When they thinking that that white people or Jewish people, like they gonna treat you better. No, they bleed you better. That's all that is.
Exactly. Like, this is the new thing that's gonna come out. And it's already starting to happen, but it's really about to happen. This to all you phony ass blue check niggas. Black America is tired of y'all. And before we deal with other people, we got to deal with our own sellouts and coons and traitors. You dig? And if y'all gonna support other people more than y'all support us, then we ain't gonna support your black ass. How about that? Because black people, we the ones that legitimize you. The rest of the world don't fuck with you until we do. They don't fuck. The streets is what pushes the people out there for the rest of the world to fuck with. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And this is the time where Black America is changing. We're tired of seeing our blue checks, the people that supposedly speak for us, Charlemagne the God, speak for them people. Yeah, I said his name.
Oh, Lord.
These niggas is weird. They checking Kanye, but ain't said shit about our reparations claim nationally. These niggas is weird. We got to stop fucking with them.
Oh, but some of them have said that, you know, like why even try to push for that? Because it's never going to happen.
Yeah, because
people, they curse their own selves.
But people that say why push for it, it's never going to happen, are the same people when they uncles come in the room, they just get on all fours and pull their pants down because that's what they used to.
Oh, whoa, that went.
Yeah,
that went there fast.
Yes, these cats do exist. Look, we fighters over here, right? Mm-hmm. My grandparents fought. I have elders that fought in the Revolutionary War.
Wow.
For that freed America from Britain, out of Pennsylvania, black. Got black elders that fought in the Civil War. One out of Kentucky, one out of Natchez, Mississippi, one out of Michigan. Different sides of the family that all kind of came together later on. I have family that fought in the Spanish-American War, in Korea, in Vietnam, World War II, Vietnam, as I say Vietnam already, in the Civil Rights struggle.
Y'all some fighting motherfuckers.
We some fighting motherfuckers. We didn't leave this country and say, hey, come, let's get on a boat and go somewhere else. Maybe they'll treat us better. Nah, we said, nah, you motherfuckers gonna treat us better where we stand.
Okay.
That's just my blood. So when I hear somebody coming around talking about we ain't never gonna get it, I just say, get the fuck out of my way. If you feel that way, look, people got the right to feel however they feel. Mm-hmm. I'm not gonna tell you you're wrong for feeling like that. I'm gonna tell you to get your punk ass out of my way. I don't speak bitch.
Oh God, wait. You almost made me choke. You don't speak bitch? I
don't speak bitch. I don't know that language. Anytime I hear we can't, everything I hear after that is womp, 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 womp. Shit. My grandfather, during the middle of civil rights, owned commercial property here in Los Angeles, California. Wow. Can't tell me what the fuck we can't do. My other grandfather, who died when my mom was 9 years old, he bought a piece of property, a piece of real estate, when he was 16. In the 1950s. Wow. Bought land that my family still own today. Don't tell me what the fuck we can't do, nigga.
My grandfather, to date my grandmother, he bought my great grandmother a deep freezer. We doing it out here. Do it. And he was one of the few black people in their small town that actually had a car. But mind you, he was born in 1926.
Mm-hmm. Like I don't believe in black people in struggle. Like black people do have struggle. We have struggle, but struggle is a condition that we've been put in.
Yes, come on.
It's not. It doesn't define us. Yeah, we struggle, but we win any goddamn way. You know, when black people were in Jim Crow, when we were segregated, we didn't have shit in the streets like a lot of these places do. My ancestors built outhouses so you could shit in the back and not in the streets. We've always had a certain decorum about us. We built indoor plumbing. It didn't matter how broke and poor we were. We didn't let being former slaves define us.
Come on.
We still stayed decent. You go over Big Mama's house, you better wash your hands before you go in that kitchen.
Oh, yeah. You better.
Shit, Big Mama beat your ass if you don't wash your hands.
All of a sudden, it just come across your back, just out of the blue.
Struggle some shit we went through. It don't define us, nigga. We beat these little bullshit ass struggles.
Yeah.
Shit, Big Mama will whoop your ass if you ain't clean. Be outside playing all day. Now you better not come in the house in the middle of the day. She know you been outside playing all goddamn day. Oh, so you better wash up.
In the chat room, Black McBain says my big mama name was Ola May. Mine was Bessie May. Everybody had one of them. If your grandmother had the Mays in it.
If you had an Ola. If you had an Ola May or a Bessie May, nigga, you better behave.
Okay, with that roller set.
She frying that chicken and here you come running in there. Stop, you come up in this house again, you stand.
Okay. Yes. Somebody got a lot of May. Everybody putting their lot of May.
Yeah, shit. You better not fuck with Hattie May. And you better not say shit at church.
I got bust in the mouth at church several times.
Better believe it. You better you talk all kind of shit in church. All right. Hattie May got something for your ass.
But they always had a good candy. Anyway.
So, and they always had either mint or some butterscotch.
No, but the strawberry candies that you don't know what it was. It just looked like a strawberry.
Yeah, I like the strawberry ones. I hated the butterscotch.
Oh, yeah, that's nasty.
Why am I saying all this? I'm bringing us memory because we can get caught up in TV and forget who we are. Mm-hmm. I'm bringing this up to remind us who we are culturally. We've always been people, no matter our struggle has never defined us black people. Our struggle has been something that we had to deal with. But within our struggle, we've still been a very decent people.
Yeah.
Who've never accepted our struggle. We've always pushed forward. We've always pushed forward and never accepted our struggle. We don't leave, we make this place better.
Come on.
And so we're at a point now to where our families made a lot of advancement from the end of slavery through the 1960s, 1970s. You know, cats, you know, we got a lot, you know, black folks, you know, like what Dave Chappelle said, also black folks in the 60s and 70s and 80s got bought off of government jobs. Mm-hmm. So we just started fighting.
Yeah.
That's all. It's not like we're dealing with these old, powerful people. Oh, God, we whooped their ass. We just started fighting in the 70s and 80s. We got government jobs. We got our own neighborhoods. We got to listen to our music. You know, then that crack epidemic hit in the 80s and just kind of just, you know, like in a boxing match, you boxing pretty good, then die. You get decked real good and kind of get knocked on your knee, but you get up. That's the crack epidemic did to us. The crack epidemic knocked us on our knees. But we got up.
Yeah.
But who wouldn't get knocked on their knees when their own government that they're paying taxes to declared war against them? You got people hopping on ships, hopping in airplane wheels, knowing they're gonna die to get out of countries that did less to them.
Oh yeah.
Our country, the war on drugs, go back and listen to what Nixon said. He would have called the shit a war on black people, but he couldn't get away with saying that. So he called it a war on drugs, a war that's still going on, by the way. But that 80s, 90s shit, that crack epidemic kind of just died. And we kind of, oh shit. You know what I mean? But we standing up, we dusting ourselves off, and we getting right back to fighting.
Yeah.
See, the issue is, it's a lot of people that came to this country new in the last 60 years, in the last 50 years, and they just don't know who we are. They came while we was chilling. They came after the fight. You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely.
And they came into black neighborhoods, and we accepted them being very nice. And they opened up stores in our neighborhoods. We go to the Arab liquor store. We go to the Ethiopian gas station. Mm-hmm. We go to the Chinese food restaurant. We go to the Russian body shop. Because we see humans. We're very nice people. So the reason why you guys as shops came into our neighborhoods, because if those same shops went to white neighborhoods initially, they wouldn't have bought shit from y'all asses.
At all. That's the
At
thing.
all.
They would not have bought nothing.
These Asians be turning their nose up. Yeah, if your parents came into the white neighborhood with that shit, they would have been out of business in 2 years or 2 months. They were able to stay in business because we nice people. We've been chilling. We just finished fighting for civil rights. We dealing with the crack epidemic. We dealing with what's going on. Our jobs getting taken away from us and getting put into the prison system or shipped overseas. We dealing with all this shit.
Syphilis.
School system, IEPs, putting black boys in special education that are very smart.
Come on, yes.
But because they got in a fight in the 5th grade, they spending the rest of their life in non-public schools and special education.
Yeah. They tried to, did I say they almost tried to put me in special ed?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what they do to us.
But the thing is, they called my mom up there, and the only thing is that the lady was saying that because I didn't talk. It was like the 1st grade and I didn't talk. Yeah. But the reason why I didn't talk is because she said she promised us scratch and sniff stickers if we were quiet. I almost went down for stickers, bro.
See, I almost got, they tried, my teacher in the 3rd grade told me in parent-teacher conference night, I think DeJuan needs to be in special education.
What?
I got told by my kindergarten teacher, Miss Sims, 74th Street Elementary School, 74th and Van Ness, for you niggas that's from LA, you know what I'm talking about. Drive past 74th and Van Ness, you'll see the school. Miss Sims, in front of everybody, said, because I had this thing called dysgraphia, but I didn't know at the time. Dysgraphia is where it's hard for you to write down. You can see something on the board, but it's hard to write down with pencil and paper because those don't connect. So on the board it would say, today is Tuesday, September 4th, 1987. Mm-hmm. And it would take me from the beginning of school until recess at 10 o'clock, it would take me about 2 hours to write that. If it takes a child 2 hours to write a sentence as an adult, the first thing I'm going to do is let's get this child tested. But they didn't want to get me tested. Mm-hmm. She told me in front of the whole class, DeJuan, that's why you're going to have to repeat kindergarten.
What?
Yep. That's shit. Why do you think I opened my company, Breakthrough Advocacy Services? Shit, yeah, y'all don't know who y'all fucking with when y'all dealing with DeJuan Brown. My company, Breakthrough, I deal with the IEP. I have gotten hundreds of black boys out of the special education system here in LA because I learned the IEP laws, and I said, LA Unified, y'all tried to fuck me over, so I learned the fucking laws. And at my last job, and then I opened my other company, BreakthroughAS.org. If you think I'm bullshitting, look at my Google reviews, nigga.
Wow, nigga.
I got a whole company that I created basically getting parents who have children in special education, either getting them totally out of special education, or if they're going to be in special education, flipping it from something that's a detriment to something, okay, being in special education, all right, that means he needs 3 hours a week of math tutoring paid for by the school district, 2 hours a week of English student. I got the district to pay. I done hit up the LA Unified School District for millions of dollars because they fucked me over. Since they fucked me over, I created a business fucking them over. I don't do IEP as much as I used to because I'll be busy on the podcasting thing and reading my playing cards. I do other shit now. But if you got the money, I'm $175 an hour. I'll get your kid out of special education.
But you have some people that don't want to because they're getting a check.
Exactly.
And that's what, and they bribed so many parents to really sell their children out for a check a month. I left before they fired me from this counseling company because I used to be a counselor back home.
You know the game?
And they were like, it was like a meal. They came like them baby meals and stuff like that, but it was coming through and they were just like, just write this down. Like them arts and stuff. I'm like, I can't do this. This is unethical in order to write. There's nothing wrong with that child. He bad as fuck, but he's not, he does not have a behavioral problem. All he needs is guidance. And one of the little boys, he was so smart, that's why he finished everything so early.
And that's the thing.
He wasn't challenged.
They take our smartest of our smartest and tell them that they need special education. And so since the LA Unified did that to me, I spent about a good 10 years of my life taxing the fuck out of them. And I never lost a case. Not one. Every kid that I brought to arbitration to get resources paid for by the district, I won every single time. Damn. Well over 100 times. You dig? That's who y'all fucking with. But I dealt with so much trauma at that job. I don't talk about that job much because it's still some shit. It's still hard for me to deal with. You know, some of the shit that I saw. So, but anyway, why
they hate us because they ain't us.
Huh?
They hate us because they ain't us.
Yeah. So, but why am I saying all that? I live in a country that targeted me.
Wow.
That targeted and still targets our boys and our girls to this day. Target us and don't want to educate us, and then they want to go ahead and get it so they can bring in people from another country to do the job at a lower cost because they educate us. They know black people when we get jobs. We know the employee handbook. We read that motherfucker.
Oh, yeah.
Niggas read the employee handbook.
I got to know my boundaries.
You ain't about to fuck us over.
Yeah, exactly.
So they bring in people that don't mind being fucked over. And then they children come and tell us there's something wrong with us. And then you got niggas with blue checks saying, oh, now, Kanye, you're doing too much, Kanye. I stand with the people. You're going against Kanye. But when it come to us, if I bring up the IEP system, if I bring up how this miseducation system is fucking over our boys, if we bring up the LA City Council fucking over the residents of LA, if we bring up what's going on in Washington, D.C., they're saying black people in D.C. can't get a major contract to get big businesses through, but they're about to allow illegals to vote in D.C.
Yeah.
If people in black people in New York, it was my brother Michael Anthony Scott. Salute to him. He's on YouTube. He was dealing with some shit. He made good money dealing with some shit in Brooklyn. Can't find an apartment in Brooklyn. 700 credit score, making over $100,000 a year. But
why?
Because he a nigga.
Oh.
But you got people coming from other parts of the border who never paid taxes here, getting Section 8 vouchers to live up in there. I know somebody else who got an apartment built over in Santa Monica. Do you know when they live in an apartment building, they kick you have some of the original people there, but one of my friends had to leave the apartment building. And you know who replaced them? When they brought all them Afghani people over, people from Afghanistan back in when Biden first got in office in 2020.
Yeah. They
brought all these people from Afghanistan over. They put them in an apartment building in Santa Monica.
In Santa Monica?
Yeah, Santa Monica, where it costs $3,500 a month to rent a 1-bedroom.
Oh, no.
They got they got Section 8 that my taxes are paying for. When I got to drive through downtown LA and see all those homeless black people walking around. It's hard not to cry driving through downtown.
Absolutely.
If you got a heart, or if you got any kind of heart for people, if you have any kind of heart or compassion for people, you can't drive through LA without shedding a tear. Not downtown.
Yeah.
Because downtown is the only place the black population has grown in California. Skid Row.
Damn.
And we have all these things going on, and you got the black blue checks running to help other people, the most powerful people on the planet, and they got a damn thing to say about what we going through on the streets.
No, but you know what? I actually heard, I was privy to a conversation or whatever, and because I was the only black person at the company, they didn't have black people for so long, so they were used to talking freely, right? So they said that the reason why there's so many homeless black people here is because all of them think they're stars.
Yeah.
And that's where all their talent, the most talented place in LA is on Skid Row.
It is. Hell, that's where a lot of it is so much talent on Skid Row. These are people that went through hard times. Mm-hmm. Everybody go through hard times. Issue is if you black and you male, there's no social safety net. If you're an abused woman, you can go down to a shelter. You know what I mean? If you're if you come from south of the border, you can go somewhere and get a Section 8 voucher. You can get assistance from the government. If you're
set up a card table and sell tacos outside the place.
Huh?
And get a card table and set up sell tacos outside of it.
And the police won't disrupt it.
No.
But if you black and you set up a lemonade stand, where's your paperwork? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's the world that we're living in right now, and we got our black blue checks playing Captain Save Them. And again, my issue is not with them. My issue is with you niggas. Kanye did what Kanye did.
Yeah.
Let him sink or swim. That's a decision Kanye made. But why would you help them other people who don't like you throw rocks on him while he's already drowning? You got these same people that said Kanye's being anti-Semitic that watched the Woman King celebrate slavery with no problem. Ooh. Ooh. I talked about that on my previous show, how the Dahomey women of Amazon, the Dahomey tribe, the whole Dahomey kingdom was a major slave export in society. You have so many black kingdoms that didn't participate in the slave trade, but you decide to do a movie of the kingdom that did.
They don't get no movie deal.
And then throw a whole bunch, then add like a whole bunch of women gonna beat up a whole bunch of dudes. Ha! That's that's how fucked up we are as a society, Sarah.
Yeah.
Black society. You want to fall on the bus on them and say, Kanye, you shouldn't be anti this or anti that. But then you say, hey, everybody turn around and let's watch Woman King and let's celebrate the tribe that sold millions of black people to different plantations all across the world, specifically to Brazil and the Caribbean. That's what you decide. That's how fucked up these niggas' heads is. So I'm about to get up out of here. In closing, I got to say this because they be winding me down. Sarah's telling me you gotta cut it. So we got Craig Facts next. So if you're on YouTube, make sure you click on the Craig Facts. And know this, that at the end of the day, look at my shirt. Look at this.
Yeah, that shirt dope.
Look at this. Look at this.
Black people don't owe anybody anything but an ass whooping.
John Henry Clark said that in his famous speech, "We have no friends."
Come on.
Black people we don't owe anybody anything. We owe ourselves the compassion and humanity that we're so willing to give other people. We owe ourselves forgiveness of each other. We owe ourselves kindness and generosity towards each other. We don't owe anybody else anything. Because as you can see with the homeless crisis going on, with the LA City Council, what's going on with that, what's going on with all this racism going on around the country, ain't nobody else speaking up for us. Nobody. And I'm not saying they should. They can do whatever the fuck they want to do. I don't care. If you're somebody from another race and you think that I'm over here begging, saying you should, hey, speak for black people, no. You been shutting up this long, keep shutting up. I don't give a fuck. I just want us to change our behavior towards each other. That's what I do want. And that's my agenda, and that's my goal. That we forgive ourselves the way we forgive other people. Mm-hmm. And that we stop fucking with other people the way they don't fuck with us. Fuck with them on the level they fuck with us.
Come on.
Yes, that's the golden rule. Treat others the way you want to be treated, or the way they treat you. All I'm saying is give every other group the energy they give us. If they come out and they speak against the LA City Council and they speak up for us and they denounce Fat Joe trying to claim our culture, then cool. Let's go. We can reciprocate that. Well, we'll wait about 50 some odd years because y'all been quiet for like a long ass time. So after about 50, 60 years of y'all speaking up for us, we'll think about speaking up for y'all.
We'll think about it.
Because we had to go through the 70s, 80s, 90s, 2000s, 2010s without y'all saying shit. So if y'all start tomorrow, the clock starts. We'll holler at y'all in about 2070.
Not 70. Hey.
But I'm not gonna speak against any other group. I don't. If another group has something going, if the LGBTQ have something going that's going to benefit them, I'm not going to denounce it. Now, unless it means pushing my shit out the way. But if it don't, I don't denounce anybody else's stuff. Latinos, whatever. I'm all for whatever you got going. You know what I mean? I want to see y'all win. I want to see everybody win. But everybody don't want to see us win. And that's what I want to get at today. We don't owe anybody anything but an ass whooping. But we do owe ourselves the love, kindness, and compassion that we've been giving everyone else. And we owe everybody else the bullshit that they've been feeding us. Make it reciprocal. And remember, follow me at Dewan B on Twitter, Instagram, at Dewan B on YouTube, Dewan B everywhere, at Dewan B on all of my platforms, even YouTube. At Dewan B, if you're on YouTube, at Dewan B on Caffeine. If you're on YouTube, follow Caffeine. Follow the Comedy Press. Subscribe to this show. Get your notifications. Because we're here every Tuesday from 2:30 till 3:30, 3:45, something like that.
Oh, ish.
All right? Ish.
Ish.
Ish. And remember this. There are no perfect messengers, only perfect messages for those who are willing to pick up the game. Make sure whatever you do in life, you do it with love. Because if you do whatever you do from a point of view of love, love means taking care of yourself first. So when other people are infringing on you, you got to love yourself enough to say, you're not going to infringe on me anymore. I'm going to be safe, and you can stay over there, I'm going to stay over here. But you can no longer benefit and get your rocks off at my detriment. Those days are over with. And if they love you, they'll respect you. If they don't love you, they won't. And why the fuck would you want to be around anybody who don't love you anyway? My name is Dewan B. I'm out.
Dewan B. Black History Commercial, take
1. And here comes the 2 to the 3 and 4.
Hold up.
Celebrate our warriors and scholars. Black history on a t-shirt. Black people don't owe anybody anything but an ass whooping.
Yeah.
Mothers of the movement, our scholars. Instead of wearing a sports jersey with someone else's name on your back, celebrate our leader's name on your chest.
Say it with your chest.
Get yours now at hotepish.com/shop. Free shipping on all orders over $75. Also, get your Black American Music family tree at incenseandashtrays.com/shop. 400 years of music created here in North America exclusively by Black Americans on one piece of artwork.